Hey, what's going on, everybody? Spencer Scott Holmes here. Hope your workouts are going fantastic today. I was just outside warming up for a little bit of a push up action today, and a lot of times the key thing to so many workouts is all about the consistency and the constant practice that you can get in. If you can really work on that more than anything else, that is so much more important than so many other elements. Just being able to show up and do what you can, you know, day in, day out. I personally like to do a little bit of working out every single day. Even if it's going to be the lightest day, I will still do some stretching, still get some extra walking in, get some movement. It's definitely one of those ones that the older I've gotten in life, I feel like you got to have copious amounts of movement in the day, no matter what. You got to watch out for too much rest, too much sitting around, too much getting stuck in the car, too much getting stuck at the office chair. That kind of stuff will just literally slow you down and just make you stiff as a board and so on. So if I can at least get something in, and plus I also just like working out in general. Like to me, my days are way better if I can get some type of workout in. I don't even care if that might be slightly counterproductive to, the so-called rest and recovery. I'm almost fine with that because the trade-offs and the good feelings that I get from getting a workout in just about at least every single day, really puts me in a very positive and uplifted mood. And I just have fun. Working out to me, it's something I enjoy. It's fun. I like the variety. I like going out there, getting the sweat going, getting the muscle pump, the focus, the intensity, the mental discipline, so many things. And, it's like with the glory of a good old push up routine, what makes that one so nice is if there was one workout that's probably simpler than anything else out there, it is the push ups. There's so much you can do with just that humble exercise. You literally need nothing but the floor. And I always like to assume that you have that. So, whether that be getting in 500 reps, whether that be getting in two really hard sets, utilizing weighted push ups, it doesn't matter. It's the perfect exercise to get in the hotel, to get literally just on a lunch break, so many things because it just needs that constant tension, constant practice, and constant focus. And you can hit push ups in so many different ways to add some variety to it as well. Why not try the different angles just for the fun of it? Because once again, I like to keep working out as a fun hobby in a sense, or it's more than a hobby. I call it. It's really like a lifestyle kind of choice. It's like something you can't really just skip, like brushing your teeth. You're gonna do that every day. That's how working out should be. It should be that important. The health, well-being, strength, and good feelings literally need to be practiced constantly. Getting those reps in, getting that practice going, and just getting comfortable with things while making progress. It all stacks up. You do a couple of good things, then you're able to do some more. And, throughout your day, if your workout went good, now your attitude, your vibes are being better, you're going to progress a lot better in the other projects you go to do because you knew you tackled something hard, and it'll make everything else feel better. I mean, you'll be warmed up if you got a physical job. If you're sitting around all day at an office, at least you got your mobility in, you got some movement, and so on like that. But yeah, it's just important to get that kind of exercise in. Doesn't matter what it is, but get as much you can walking, get as much as you can working out. I feel like when it comes to movement, you literally can never have too much. If you have there's not like a cap like, oh, I hit 2 hours of movement a day, I'm good. It's like, no, 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 no. Get that in. Now, that's not saying that there's not a reason to enjoy lounging around, sitting down, watching a movie, playing some video games, and all that kind of stuff. But you still want to balance everything in life. The balance part is so important, just to really keep that focus going and really stay mobile, stay agile, and get that constant practice. Nothing beats that, you know. So make sure to get at it every single day. It doesn't matter what you choose to do, how your setup is, how you program your workouts and whatnot. That's a very individual way to go. Sometimes it's nice to have a template workout to start off because, it just makes it easier to see what you're doing, track your initial progress, and learn the fine exercises. But once you got that kind of down, go about it organically. Go with how you kind of feel. Set up what works best for your schedule, your body. You're the only one that's going to know that. And that's the real important part, is to get that dialed in as much as possible, learn what you can, but then take it and run with it, you know, and really find the groove that works for your muscles, you know, find the food that will work for your body, because everybody's different, and you a lot of times got to try a whole lot. I mean, I think even Arnold Schwarzenegger said that back in the day, almost jokingly to Mike Menser, about you got to try everybody's program and see what works for you, and so on like that. But I always feel like he wasn't that far away. I think that is kind of important, is to try a lot of things, find what works for you. It's almost like a Bruce Lee philosophy, discard the things you don't need, and then really get at it and drive that home. And I know myself, like, I get into it where, you get excited to try all kinds of other exercises. You get excited to try maybe some workout gear and novelty items. I think that's just fun. I think, especially if you've been working out for a long time, why not give some pieces the old go. But at the end of the day, I seem to always come right back to the old bread and butter of the workouts, generally being push, pull, some form of squats, and I always say kind of push pull upper body, push pull lower body, and that's kind of it. So for me, that's push-ups, that's pull-ups, that's squats, and that's some form of kind of bridge, hinge, whatever you want to call it. But get those workouts going and hit them hard.